Hey everybody, Assalamu alaikum. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the notify button so you know when you're getting new episodes. And we just want to grow this project. I thank you in advance. Without further ado, let's get it rolling. The Shout Out Show. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh. Everybody, guess what? This is the first day of 2021. We made it. I'm still your host, Preacher Mars, the host of the SOS the Shout Out Show, the host with the most. Listen, brothers and sisters, thank you for riding with me. Do you know most of you have been riding with me since April, the beginning of Ramadan, April 24th, I believe. And here we are. We made it all the way to January 1st. People didn't even think we could do it. Let me tell you something. I didn't even know I could do it. But you know what? That was the thing about 2020. As much as we thought we might not be able to do it, we might not make it. What does not really being able to make it mean? I thought about that. What does not really being able to make it mean? And when I thought about it, brothers and sisters, I got really quiet and I got really thankful. I got really grateful because I never really got to the point where I couldn't make it. I might have got to a point where I wasn't comfortable. I might have got to a point where I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. I might even gotten to a point where I was a little down, but I never, ever got to the point where I couldn't make it. And that therein is the focus of the show. You know, Friday Funnies, this is the New Year's edition. Friday Funnies is, let's take a step back, if you will. You know, there's some things in 2020 I'd rather not relive, brothers and sisters, but there were some things in 2020. It's like, you know what? I did learn about myself. I did learn about people. I did learn about, Karens. I did learn about social justice. It's funny, man. It's funny. Like, I was just sitting around. I wanted to watch The Godfather on the Paramount channel, right? And I'm going to introduce everybody. I'm just let me ramble. I'm watching Paramount TV. It's like my mother has cable channels we shouldn't have, right? Paramount should not be on there. I'd rather have the NBA TV, but we got Paramount because I think it came free in the package. They've been running the same trailer over a RuPaul's Drag Race. Just RuPaul's Drag Race. And is it me, brothers and sisters? But I'm sorry. That's funny to me. I see a dude over here. Then I see a dude who looks like a really good woman. And I'm like, this is not supposed to be happening. But this is the time we live in. This is the time we live in. I'm like, hey, listen, if it's fake news, it's fake news. You could be a fake dude. You could be a fake lady. Everything's fake. Everything's fake. So I was just thinking about that. And here's something that's not fake. Good friends are not fake. And you can tell when you have a really good friend because you love that friend, you treasure that friend, but that friend to your face will talk about you like a dog. That friend to your face will bust your hump. I mean, man, I saw something last night, and I appreciate it. And this is a little something I hope my mom might be watching. I don't know. And by the way, I'm at my mom's house doing my show, so at some point in time, the phone is going to ring. She's not going to pick it up. And you're going to probably look at me and go, you see me go, answer the phone. You know what that is? That's just love of being with your mom. I know the phone's going to ring. I could have taken it off the hook. But it's just interaction. And I'm hoping in 2021, we get back to some real interaction. So let me throw this out real quick. I know we got people in the comment section. If you're coming to the show for the first time, please do me a favor. Subscribe to the show. Hit the notification button. If you like the show, hit the link button. And I really want to throw this out for 2021. Wherever you go, on the Shout Out Show, anybody else's platform, Be yourself. Feel like you can be yourself on our platform. I'm here so you can be yourself and enjoy yourself. This is Friday Funnies. Now I'm not gonna sit up here and do stand up for the next however half hour, but there are some things, and you guys who've been veterans of the Friday Funny know I put some funny stuff on here. Now some things are just silly. Some things are people just running into things that have been there for a long time. Some of it is a baby with a big head trying to balance himself. Sometimes it's people who have a lot of food and put it to the left and miss the table. These are the little things that we've gotten away from. These are the little things that make you laugh. These are the little things that you gotta value, brothers and sisters. Now, before we go on, well, we got a bunch of people in the comment section. I think I'm gonna be here for a minute. So here, if you're coming on the show, I told you, and furthermore, you are a part of the shout out show. I have a special person I'm gonna shout out right now. Um, you're part of Shout Out Show. You're part of Shout Out Show family. And I think we need to get back to family. I started a process, or we started together, this whole idea of not politics, but politics. Politics. And that's going to be my whole focus for 2021. Politics and being able for us to build a consensus and have fun doing it. 2020 was a year of, can I have fun? Is it okay if I stop asking permission to have fun? I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm a Muslim. I'm a Muslim, and I was a Christian. But I'm going to tell you something. Some of the things that cracked me up the most, some of the things that made me laugh the most, were also some of the most inappropriate things. And I mean, people who people who did things that were funny. You know, I remember there was an imam one time, and I was pulling up to go to Juma, and I saw a spot, and I parked, and I cut him off, and I parked, and the imam saw me. He goes, "You didn't see me park, you cut me off." And I said, "Brother, if I known it was you, imam, I would have let you have the spot." That's funny. Even he laughed, brothers and sisters. Now let me introduce these people in this comment section. Stars in the building. Here we go. First up, we got Sister Reed. Sister Reed is making a return appearance. Sister Reed, how's Auntie doing? And that's the other thing too. When I ask you guys a question on Shout Out Show, I genuinely want to know how you're doing, how your family's doing, and it may surprise you at this age, my age right now. I am actually remembering things. Because most of the time, I can't remember where I parked my keys, brothers and sisters. So forgive me for that. But Sister Reed, still up in Michigan, or did you come home? I'm not sure, but I hope that Auntie is doing well. And thank you for putting her on the phone with me. I had a great time talking to her. Sister Sultana is basically, she's the heart and soul of the show to make sure that the show goes off without a hitch. And I'm doing the things I need to do. And I'm tied into the community the way I'm supposed to be tied into the community. And make sure I'm on my P's and Q's. I hope you guys like the new opening. It was sharp. All right. Oh, and here's here's my sister right here. Sister Layla Muhammad. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Everybody on the show. Layla is my big sis. And Layla, I am always happy when you come on the show because just for that half hour, I know that you and I connected, and I hope that you're doing okay. Yes, we're overdue for a phone call, but as brothers and sisters, you know, I have you in my duas, so it's never that we can't call each other. We just get a little bit busy. I apologize in advance because I should be checking on you because you are my big sister. All right, we got some news. Well, how's Auntie doing? She says, "Thank you for your prayers. She loves you all." That's what a platform is supposed to be about. All right. You can't hear me? I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. But I got to keep going, though. And we have all the way from... Oh, you still can't hear? Oh, you can hear now. We got everything up here. All right. And this is my man right here. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Happy 2021 to Altaf Rashid, all the way from Toronto. You know, this brother tunes in. Man, you got a heck of a record. You got a lot of people on here that tune into the show, and I appreciate it because they have different things to do. You got people are working, you know, and I appreciate it. I don't know if I can fully express what it means to have people come on the platform, because it's almost like when you do stand up and you see people coming through the door. And I'm gonna say this: when you see say when I do stand up and people come through the door and they say we came to see you, it's not heightened pressure. You know what that is? That's love. You know what that is? It's me saying, you know what? I owe you some kind of a positive experience because you went through something. When I say you went through something, whether it was I'm gonna put on a suit, I'm gonna get shot, I'm gonna pay a couple dollars, I'm gonna get in the car. Everybody puts out effort. So also in 2021, I want to make sure that we're paying attention to people's efforts. All right. And Sister Aisha Mustafa, yes, thank you for help. You know what? I appreciate it, Sister Aisha, and I hope to do a lot more. Brothers and sisters, when we talked about the Muslim Journal, there was an episode we had on a Saturday Spotlight with Sister Aisha Mustafa, who is the editor of the Muslim Journal. And the reason I went through that, and I did not call her because I didn't think I needed to call her. She had made an impression on me. She made a compelling argument. It was for me to go out and do my part. And special thanks to Satana because we really thought about it. And I had a really, really good time. Some of you don't know, but my actual degree is in broadcast journalism. But I had a really, really good time doing the research, going back over her interviews and beginning to put just the pieces of the puzzle together to talk about things that are relevant, particularly at a time when the media, nobody really trusts the media. People really don't trust the media. Nobody trusts Fox. Nobody trusts MSNBC. People have a hard time with CNN. Did you notice nobody had a problem with the Final Call or the Muslim Journal? You know why? Because those are core papers. You rarely ever get newspapers, brothers and sisters, that deal with people's core values. And I like it. My only thing with the Muslim Journal, Sister Aisha, is we do have some brothers. They don't sell all their papers on time, so sometimes they sell what I call antique Muslim journals. Because last year, brother sold me a journal so old, it showed me that the man was speaking in North Carolina. I was like, dude, stop trying to sell this paper. Give it up. And I want to give a shout out to all the brothers who actually sell the Muslim Journal, who stand out there after Juma. This is a big thing. This is a cultural thing. Because all this virtual stuff. I think we should just have somebody at the end of every virtual kuppah just stand there with a Muslim Journal. What do you guys think? Just stand there with a Muslim Journal, not even say anything, and it's just put Muslim Journal. I'm gonna talk to my group about having Brother John just stand there with a Muslim Journal when this thing is over. All right, because we got to get the numbers up. It's a great publication and it has a purpose and it has a legacy. That's what I told you. We're not talking about the legacy of the Muslim Journal as much as we need to. Okay, what else we got? Okay, well, we got my sister from New York. Oh, we got it. Okay, let me keep going. We got Sister Sakina Mujahid from Charlotte, North Carolina, holding down the crew. Happy New Year's to you. Sister Rabina, what's going on, sister? I'm glad you took it. I know 2021, you're going to be tearing it up this year. Sister Rabina is our unofficial research department. And I have been doing, just so you know, Sister Rabina, I've been doing a little bit more reading on Buffalo Soldiers. And I want to talk about that as a parallel to the Muslim community, what we could be and what we are. The hardest working man in Houston, one of the hardest working men in Houston, Third Ward. My main man, Ahmed Shaheed. Walaikum assalam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is a brother, man, who will work. And I'm here to tell y'all something. I like to see black men working for a purpose because we've done some projects together, and if we didn't have the right attitude, it wouldn't happen. Red Fox had one of the funny jokes about lazy white people. He said, he said we got some lazy N words too. He said you don't believe me? Watch the show Hee Haw. I don't know if you ever guys remember the show Hee Haw. The joke is, hey, Paul, is it raining outside? He goes, I don't know. Why don't you call a dog and see if he's wet? That was a funny joke, brothers and sisters. So let me keep it moving. Roll call. We got Satana Ali all the way from New Jersey. Walaikum assalam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you, sister, for coming through. Always appreciate it. Okay, hold on a minute. What we got here? My dad was asked for his advice on raising 6 wild girls. My dad said, well, it is a blessing from Allah. They're healthy and not in jail. Yeah. I'm going to talk about that too. That is funny, Sister Rabina. Okay, let me see what we got here. The opening of the show is fine. I can hear just fine. Okay. And we have, okay, we got a pool. Okay, brother Sharif Ibn Adi. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sharif, where you calling from, man? Where you checking in from? Let us know. Let us know. But in any event, brother, welcome to the show. Vernon, 1983. Now, I'm see here. Well, welcome, brother Vernon. Thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate you. Vernon is coming to us on Twitter, but it doesn't matter where you're coming from, Vernon. In the words of Rakim, not where you're from, is where you're at. But Adam Khan also coming in. I think he had the carpool with brother Altaf Rashid coming in from Canada. And you got to love it coming in from Canada. And okay, Houston, tall heat. All right, Sharif, I appreciate you. See how you can talk to people, man. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all where I learned this from, because I can't take credit for it. This format that I do, it came from Al Jarreau. Now, I lived in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, graduated from Marquette University in Milwaukee. I graduated in 1988. One of the national treasures or local treasures of the state of Wisconsin, particularly Milwaukee, Wisconsin, it is a birthplace of Al Jarreau, one of the greatest jazz singers in the world. So the story goes, I pulled together some money because I want to go see Al Jarreau, right? I mean, I'm in a jazz guy. Al Jarreau's coming in town. He's going to be in. People, it was the worst concert I'd ever been to. Not because he couldn't sing or the band was off. It's just that everybody in Milwaukee came to see Al Jarreau, and doggone it, he knew everybody in Milwaukee. He couldn't get through a song without checking on people. I mean, he was singing "Morning, Morning, Mr. Radio." He was like, hold on, man, hold on. Fred, how are you doing, man? Fred, how your mom? I'm like, hey, I paid $20 for this ticket. I don't give a dang about Fred. Finish the song. But I'm saying these things because it was the beauty of artistry. It's the beauty of artistry. Being able to sit there and just enjoy a show. You know, when's the last time you went to a movie theater and yelled at the screen? Like we have Netflix and Hulu. Is it the same experience? Do you yell at the screen? Do you scream at the screen? Have you ever had to go to watch a movie with subtitles and the person who was reading didn't read that well? Yeah, that's a part of it. That's a part of society. Hey, a person going, hey, hold on, man. What did it say? I'm like, you got to read the screen like I'm reading the screen. You holding up the plot line because you haven't worked. Hey, listen, reading is fundamental. But even that part is funny. And I'm loving the fact that at least in 2021, if you got through 2020, be thankful, feel blessed. You know, I miss religious enthusiasm the way we used to have it. Now, I told you guys I'm a convert. You know, I remember being with a group of converts, and what we would do was we practiced being Muslim before we got around to other Muslims. We would practice being Muslim or pious before we got to what we call the professional Muslims. So we would practice our salams. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And I'm like, don't nobody say it like that because we come from W. Muhammad. It wouldn't even be assalamu alaikum. Salam alaikum. Almost sound like smiling like them. Salam alaikum. I was like, it does sound like smiling like them. In fact, I did that. Salam alaikum. You know, and I missed the fact that, you know what? Devotion to God, loving Allah, man, it doesn't require a college degree. Thank goodness. It doesn't require a reading requirement. Thank goodness. And that joy, brothers and sisters, is the thing we got to recapture, if you will. You got to go back. You got to have fun. Remember that brother, that one brother who gave the adhan, the call of prayer, and the call of prayer was longer than the actual prayer? Boy, I was in Detroit, Michigan. I thought the brother who gave the adhan had just been signed by Motown. That brother sat up in the front. He said, Assalamu alaikum. And then he did this. Wallahi. He said, but you don't hear me, though. I said, I like this guy. Why can't we have fun in 2021? 2020 is over. Now, here's the deal. June 6th is going to January 6th is going to be an issue. June 20th is the inauguration. I have a list of things I want for the inauguration. I do not want Donald Trump or his wife or his son to fly off in a helicopter. I don't want that. I want them to be picked up in the original truck from Sanford and Son with the junk in the back. And I want to make sure that truck does not have any seat belts. And I want to make sure that there's not enough gas for them to even get from DC to Virginia. I want them going out raggedy. I don't know what the Arabic word is for raggedy. I want them going out raggedy. I don't want you to have no money. You know what I want? I want you to be just like when you got out of prison. The clothes you wore in as a president or the clothes you wear out as a non-president. I'm not a fan. And I believe we need to be able to just have brothers and sisters that real, like, I'm going to be something. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, now I sound Christian. Jesus know my heart. Okay. So here's the deal, man. Sometimes I know we're supposed to be good Muslims and wish the best and make excuses for people. But sometimes, brothers and sisters, I'm going to be honest. I like to stick around and see the train crash. I like the train wreck. So, I'm glad Trump is coming back to DC. He's back here. But I want to see the train wreck. I don't want to be cheated. I want to see the thing that takes you over the edge. Oh, here's somebody. Oh, okay. Motown are down, yes indeed. Ahmed, I know Ahmed's coming hard. He needs to be picked up at Elliott Ness. Trump is going out in a golf cart. You know what? I want Trump, and I'm upset that Bill Barr retired because he was the closest thing to Fred Flintstone I'd seen in several years. I'm literally, I want him back. But you know what I want him to? I want Bill Barr to have to make an appearance in People's Court or Judge Mathis, or Judge Judy, just to look at him and go, I'm the boss, applesauce. That's all I'm living for. I want reality TV to really take over and become reality for these folks. I want Donald Trump in his mind somewhere in a parallel universe to actually think he's still president. I want him to think he's actually still president. And I want it on a platform like HBO or Hulu. And I want him to think he's president, and I want the show to get canceled before it ever airs. Because these are the things that run through my mind. You know what? Next time I get pulled over by a cop, he goes, you know why the reason why I pulled you over? I'm like, because you got bad memory? That's what I want to say. So, for 2021, I just want us to enjoy things. I forgot the little things sometimes. We did a lot of shows. We had some serious topics, and I snapped on a few things. I admittedly I did snap. But some things that just make you laugh and just appreciate life. Here you go. What we got here, Sister Sultana, my Hebrew, off from going to wear pearls on Inauguration Day. All right. I know when Obama was president, my mom went to the I don't know how, because she didn't feel well. She went to Obama's inauguration. Big shout out to Maddie Bray for getting my mom those inauguration tickets. And keep Maddie in your prayers. I don't know if you know Maddie Bray from Mass Freedom Foundation, but he has some health issues. But a stone cold soldier, without a doubt. So I have to say this. I love my mom with all my heart. But my mom is horrible with technology. Outside turning on the button on the computer, it's going to be an adventure. So last night, my aunt and my mom and her friends, they have a girls group that they get together. And unfortunately, with the pandemic, they haven't been able to get together. And I'm here to tell you, brothers and sisters, I laugh at things that make my heart light. But I laugh at things that make me laugh, period. They had a Zoom meeting, and it was like the Black Golden Girls. The average age of the women on the Zoom was like 114 years old. You started thinking they were gonna have conversations like, "You remember Sojourner Truth? Yeah, I was a freshman in school when she was a senior." Um, but it was just the fun. My mom here. Hey, mom, you hear that? But my point is celebrating. And if you don't mind, but 2021, let's celebrate our elders just a little bit more. Just celebrate our elders a little bit more. Because my aunt actually used the word libations, and people were like, "You mean liquor?" Um, but I think and if you guys don't mind, remind me sometimes on the show if it gets a little heavy. Remind me. It's okay. Put it in the comment box, and let's have fun in 2021. I'm going to be doing some shows and some programs, and I think a couple times on the show, we're just going to have our own shout out show comedy hour. Not comedy hour, maybe comedy half hour, comedy 15 minutes. And maybe I'll come on and do 10, 15 minutes for you. You know why? Because you deserve it. You guys have been sticking with me this long, and I think it's just fun and just building community. Just building community. And so I'm also going to be posting some things, and I'll get back on Instagram. For those who are looking for me on Instagram, I just got off of Instagram because it was just, And I have to admit, everybody that I mentioned today, plus a couple people on the comment section, y'all spoiled me. Do you know you spoil a comedian when you come out and you converse and things like that? It's the best thing since low fat water. And I'm here to tell you, I like low fat water. So as we round up our first day here on the Shout Out Show, we have a new opening. We also have a new perspective. We have a new year. We have new opportunities. And hopefully we make new friends. Hopefully we have some new ideas. And in my heart of hearts, I want not so much the politicians to do well. I want us people to do well. And I'm going to be focusing on that here on the Shout Out Show for everybody in the comment section. I literally want you to do well. When I do stand up, it's because I want you to have a heightened awareness about being heightened awareness about your sense of humor, being able to be self-deprecating, but also just appreciating the things that are around you. So, there you go. Sultana, I played ball with Frederick Douglass, great grandson. We called him Fred. See, things like that. Don't be afraid to talk. Don't be afraid to share your ideas. Now I'm gonna get out of here because I got a big day tomorrow. I'll be broadcasting from New York, inshallah. So just a heads up, if I'm running late, please forgive me. It might be I'm just doing a show on my phone. It happens like that sometimes. But for the most part, I'm hoping that we're gonna get together and have a good time. Saturday Spotlight, I'm just gonna pick a topic, if you will, and talk about that topic. But I appreciate everybody. But next week, Saturday Spotlight, we will have a guest, possibly talking about the COVID vaccine. We will have a guest talking about Muslim entrepreneurship. We will have a guest talking about actual writing. What is the writing process? And I don't mean writing for comedy. I'm just talking about writing for self-expression, self-healing, self-improvement. So we got a big year lined up. So I hope all of you guys are going to come on. I appreciate you. Let me shout out my mom. I appreciate being home too, mom. I joke about my mom, but I'm a mama's boy. I am a mama's boy. So listen, with all of that being said, if I haven't said it before, I'm gonna say it now. I appreciate you. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Happy new 2021. I'm Preacher Moss, your host. That's it for the Shout Out Show. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hey everybody, this is your brother Preacher Moss. Listen, I hope that you enjoyed your Shout Out Show experience. We'll be back with the next show, the next Shout Out Show. A simple ask before you go, please help your brother out. Click that subscribe button, click that notify button, and I'll see you again on this side of the microphone. You probably wonder what that smell is. That's me. I smell good. And the reason I smell good is because I use oils from Tarif Altar. So I'm not saying you can't smell good. I'm not even saying you stink. I'm saying you have the opportunity to smell exquisite. Check out TarifAutara.com for some of the best oils and scents in town.